Welcome, welcome. I'm just going to be doing some research tonight. Having a nice cup of hot coffee. Hopefully that will help my throat, because it seems like whenever I go live, then something's happening with my throat. So let's talk about vacation. So tonight I'm going to be talking about cruises, because that is what I am gearing up for myself. So what I was wanting to research tonight is drink packages. Different cruise lines have different drink packages. So I'm going to be looking into that so that I can educate myself. And then depending on what cruise line you're going on, you would research to see if the drink package is worth it for you. So I'm going to be looking at the I don't know if I can look at the pricing, but I'm going to try that and see. Let me see, what are their lines? Holland, MSC, and what is the other one? Oh, Norwegian. So the way the drink package works generally, whoever is in the cabin with you, you would both need to get the drink package if you're both legal drinking age. And so the drink package will typically include soda, bottled water, fancy coffees, and alcoholic drinks. But you can calculate if it's worth it for you based on how many drinks you're going to have each day. It doesn't have to be alcohol, but alcohol is typically your best option, meaning those are the most expensive. So if you have a drink package and you're going to get drinks, then you're just showing your card and then you're getting your drinks, and then that's how it's kind of like adds value to the purchase of the drink package. And it's going to be based on how many days. Each cruise line does it differently and has different pricing, but it typically is charged per day. Now, Virgin Voyages does it differently. They have a bar tab, so you kind of prepay your bar tab, and then you get extra drink options towards the bar tab. So, for example, let me see what it says here. Bar tab pays for beer, wine, cocktails, mocktails, fresh juice, smoothies, specialty coffees, any drink made by a crew member. Beer, wine, cocktails, mocktails, fresh juice, smoothies, specialty coffees, any drink made by a crew member. And the way they have it advertised is you book your cruise and then you add your bar tab. From energy boosters to unique drink pairings, chicken and waffles and champagne, prepay and earn extra drink credits on us. Let's see, learn more. The bar tab, that's what they're calling it. And this is what it says for how it works. Purchase a bar tab up to 24 hours before you sail. Then use your drink credits to pay for yourself or other sailors on board and at the beach club at Bimini. So you can buy $225 of drink credits and you pay only $200. Buy $350 worth of drink credits and pay only $300. Buy $600 worth of drink credits and pay only $500. So that's how they're saying that they're giving you free drink credits on them. It's basically you're prepaying a certain dollar amount towards your drinks. So it's not per day, it's just a total drink package. So you would need to guesstimate how much you think you would spend. And so then it's not even per person in the cabin, is just one drink credit bundle, I guess you would call it. It goes up to $1,250 buy $1,250 worth of drink credits for only $1,000. So it says where and what to sip on the ship. And again, this is Virgin Voyages. So starting in the morning, you're going to get your barista crafted coffee, 7 a.m. with breakfast. And then 11:45, gym like exercise, gym and tonic, cool off with a fresh juice press or a ginger and turmeric boost. And then 2:30, go to the aquatic club, lounge poolside, and get yourself a cocktail. And you can buy drinks for other people as well. So that's something that is a little bit unique, because on the other cruise lines, your cruise card and your drink package is only for you. So then it just kind of walks you through your day. If you have the drink package, sip and lounge, whether it's afternoon tea or bubbles, add a little elegance to your holiday at Sip Lounge. Then dock and dock house, go and have a buzz free or buzz forward spritza before dinner. And then it just walks you through basically the different kind of drinks that you can get throughout the day, how you would use your bar tab. And that is Virgin Voyages. Let me write that down. Bar tab. So that's basically like a not cash account, but a credit towards your drink purchases. Okay, let's see. Now I have my charging cord here, and at any given moment, of course, I'll bump it and my phone will fall down. Okay, let's look here. I'm in one of the cruise websites already, but let's just Google. And some cruise lines are going to be more, like, you need to look at each drink package or work with your travel agent to find out exactly what is covered and how the drink package works. And you want to know the current policy at the time that you're sailing, because some drink packages have a cap where if you have 15 drinks, then you can't get any more drinks. If you have 20 drinks, you can't get any more drinks. And those are just examples. That's not a specific cruise line or limit. All right, so let's look at Celebrity. Plan now, save now. So let's look at drink packages. And of course, we're going to sort through all the pop-ups. And they do have an option where you can compare. Now, one thing, when I was on Norwegian, we did have the drink package. We do not drink a lot, but we did use the drink package. We had some alcoholic drinks. We had some bottled water. We had some specialty coffees, you know, just spread it out over the cruise. And we had, I think our cap was about like $15 drink was included in the cruise package or in the drink package. But that didn't mean those are the only drinks we could get. We could upgrade. So if our drink was $18, then we just would pay the difference. Welcome, welcome. Thanks you guys for hanging out with me. If you're new here, feel free to give me a follow. I'm just having some coffee. I'm going to have my nightcap. I am on the West Coast, so it is, what time is it? 8:30. So looking at Celebrity, there is the classic package, the premium package, and the non-alcoholic package. So it's nice that they have the different options. Hi there. I'm having trouble seeing. Oh, Pennsylvania. I recognize your name. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. So the non-alcoholic package here for Celebrity is non-alcoholic cocktails, frozen and non-frozen, premium coffees and teas, premium sodas, spa, cafe fresh juices, frozen and non-frozen, and premium selection of bottled still and sparkling water. So that's pretty nice for people who don't drink alcohol. It gives a wide variety of other options, and that's in the non-alcoholic package. The next one is, let's go to classic, because that seems to be the next price point as far as breakdown. So this says it includes alcoholic drinks up to $12, 14 for sailings from the UK and Australia ports, and does not include all offerings from non-alcoholic beverage package. So that's where you're going to want to look and see what exactly, because it does include some, but not all. So I do notice it says soda, juices, bottled water, whereas the non-alcoholic package says premium sodas, spa cafe fresh juices, and premium selection of bottled, still, and sparkling water. So back to the classic, it includes alcoholic drinks up to $12, cocktails, spirits, liqueurs, and beer up to $12, wine by the glass or up to wines by the glass up to $12, and 15% off wines by the bottle. So if you prefer to purchase a bottle, which you can do, and then you pay the corkage fee, and then they can, cruises that I've been on, they hold the bottle for you, or you could take the bottle with you. And then if you know that you're going to have wine with dinner each night, then you might want to leave it in the dining room, and then they'll serve it to you each evening with your dinner. The classic package also includes non-alcoholic cocktails, frozen and non-frozen, premium coffees and teas, soda, juice, bottled water. So just plain soda, juice, and it specifically says it does not include smoothies or spa cafe fresh juices, and it does include bottled water. So I would assume that's going to be a plain still bottled water, not a sparkling or premium bottled water. And this does not give a price on it, but we'll get to that. This is a comparison chart. It does say book before you sail and take advantage of pre-cruise pricing. So that's something to remember. Keep an eye out. I did actually notice when we were going on Norwegian that the price of the Wi-Fi went down after we got on board, which is not typical. And I was not going to buy the Wi-Fi because it kind of wasn't in the budget. But then when I looked at it when we got on board, I was like, wait a minute, this is like, I want to say it was like $100 cheaper. And we were on an Alaska cruise, so I went ahead and got it. And then I ended up that towards the end of the cruise, it wasn't working as well. And then it actually went down for a couple days. So there was a long line at the internet desk, and people were getting not a refund, what do you call it, like a price adjustment, prorated. So they give us a credit back. I think mine was $50. It was a set amount for each day that it wasn't working. Okay, the next option for the drink packages on Celebrity is premium package, and that includes alcoholic drinks up to $19 or $23 for sailings from the UK and Australia ports. And this $19 price range includes cocktails, spirits, liquors, and beer up to $19, and that would be per drink. You don't have to have every drink cost $19, but it's up to $19. Wines by the glass up to $19, and 20% off wines by the bottle. It includes non-alcoholic cocktails, frozen and non-frozen, premium coffee and tea, premium soda, spa cafe fresh juices, premium selection of bottled, still, and sparkling water. All right, let's go back and see if it gives us any pricing. And on the website, there is a comparison chart between the different plans. If you have a travel agent And often people will say hire a travel agent, but it's good to know that when you're working with a travel agent, you are not paying for the services of the travel agent to book your cruise or hotels or whatever you're working for with them for in planning your vacation. I say that sometimes travel agents will charge a fee, because I have heard of travel agents offering a service where they will research a destination for you or work with you on other type of things besides booking cruise or hotels and stuff like that. And in that case, they might charge you a fee, but you always want to talk about that up front and know what are they charging you the fee for and how much is it? Is it reasonable? You know, it's up to the client to determine if that's something they want to get into, because sometimes you need help to plan your vacation as far as what destination is best for my family, what destination is best for me as a single. And so you might want to have some research assistance from a travel agent, but you don't want to have booking assistance. So as long as you discuss it up front, but typically if you're working with a travel agent who's going to be booking a cruise, booking a hotel, and booking an all-inclusive, they are paid by the vendor, meaning the hotel, the all-inclusive, the cruise line. So the way that works is if you call direct and book the cruise yourself, you're going to get the same price, but you're going to be doing all the work. So you would call if you need a change, you would call if you had any questions, and that means direct to the cruise line. But if you're working with a travel agent, you get all those services for free. It's almost like having a concierge at your service, and that concierge travel agent is paid by the cruise line. The price is the same. It doesn't cost you any more to use a travel agent. So if you're new here, go ahead and give me a follow. I would love that. We've got one whole like here in the whole live. So if you are enjoying hearing me ramble, go ahead and tap the screen and give it a like. I'm working in a small space here, so I feel like I booby trap myself because I need to get this napkin. Excuse me. All right. So celebrity, let's see what it says if we can look at pricing. Let's look at the classic book, the classic drink package. And I do not have a reservation on this site, so, oh darn. Okay, let's go back and see. Mostly I'm navigating while I'm doing reservations, so then I build in the options, you know, add the drink package and such. So it says view the cruise drink packages, but I think that's what we just looked at. I don't think it, well, it does say how to choose. And you know what type of drinks that you have at home. Do you have premium? Do you have just the, you know, middle of the road? And let's see. How much are drinks on a cruise? Okay. What types of beverages? We talked about that. Is the drink package worth it? And that's going to be up to each cruiser, because you know if you like to have still bottled water or sparkling bottled water, soda, specialty coffees, alcoholic drinks, and it can be a way to save money. It doesn't look like it gives pricing. It might be because the pricing is different for each cruise, meaning if it's a longer cruise it might be cheaper, but I know that people have quoted prices, the average, you know, like per day and whatnot. Let me see here. Let's see what we can find. Step 1 really is knowing what's included, so no, it's wanting me to log in because it's gonna look for my reservation. Okay, well, I'm gonna make a note of that and see if I can do some more research on the pricing for that. And each cruise line is pretty much going to have at least those 3 options. Sometimes they do have more options for you at different levels. Like it might be, I did see one that includes just specialty coffee. Hey KB, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. All right, let's look at Carnival. Carnival. So right away they have the Cheers package, the Bottomless Bubbles package, and they're right up front with their pricing. Cruise the Vineyard wine package. So these are really cool because sometimes you might be, you know, like really love to have your wines. And then there's also Vineyard Premium wine package. So let's take a look. The Cheers beverage program. Enjoy the ease of paying one flat price for your spirited beverage over the entire length of your cruise. That is something to cheer about. And it says starting at $82.54 a day per person. That includes the service charge. So you can add it to your cart. You can look up your reservation and link your reservation, or if you're working with a travel agent, you want to talk about the different beverage programs with your travel agent and see what are the options and which is the best for your lifestyle. So the Cheers package says cutoff for the pre-purchase is $11:59 the day before embarkation and 10 p.m. Eastern through the call center. So you want to make sure you get in there on time. Must be 21 or older to purchase and agree not to give to minors. Of course, you don't want to break the law. Each adult assigned to the same stateroom must purchase the program. 1 drink at a time may be ordered. No sharing is permitted. State and local taxes will be charged to the guest folio when the program is used within the U.S. waters. Program allows for up to 15 alcoholic drinks per 24-hour period. So there's the limitation. So when you're reviewing the drink packages, you want to see which one fits with you. Is 15 going to be enough? For me, definitely. And then you want to review what does it include. So this one says Cheers includes all spirits, including cocktails, as well as beer and wine by the glass with a $20 or lower menu price. Sodas, 0 proof cocktails, energy drinks, specialty coffee, hot tea, 500 milliliter bottled water, and other non-alcoholic bottled beverages. So that's pretty good variety. 25% discount off the menu price for any spirit or wine by the glass above $20. 25% discount off the menu price for wine and champagne by the bottle. 25% discount off beverage seminars and classes. Hello, Lisa. So you want to look at what each beverage package includes to make sure you're purchasing one that fits in with what your lifestyle is. Do you drink a lot of alcoholic beverages? Do you drink more soda? Do you drink more bottled water? And see, would it make sense for you to have a beverage package, or would it make sense for you to purchase your drinks a la carte if you don't do a lot of the higher end such as alcoholic drinks? And you can always talk to your travel agent and say, hey, you know, I'm mostly going to drink bottled water, but I want to make sure that I stay hydrated. So does it make sense for me to get a drink package and then they can look at what the options are? There are also options to, I believe this is available on most cruise lines, where you can pre-purchase cases of water and they'll have them delivered to your room. But again, that's something you can always research and see for sure if it's available. Now, here is one, Bottomless Bubbles Unlimited Soda. So if you really love your soda, this one is priced for children and adults, $8.20 per child per day, and then $11.21 per adult per day. And if you guys are having fun here, go ahead and share out the live. If everybody shares it out once, then it's shared once. I'm showing we have one viewer, but hey, I'm here for it. I'll talk to myself all night long. So share out the live, tap the screen, all of the things. And then if you're new here, go ahead and give me a follow. I would love that. So the Bottomless Bubbles, that's a great program if you're cruising with children or you're an adult that prefers soda. Yay, Lisa's here. Woo, woo. Prefers soda, but then it also includes, let's take a look, non-transferable, may not be shared. Guests or family members who would like to enjoy soft drinks through the program must purchase their own sticker. So, I guess maybe the sticker attaches to your cruise card. One beverage serving per sticker will be served at a time. Soft drink is served by the glass, 16 ounces. Juice is served by the glass, 10 ounces. Cannot be used through room service or the interactive TV system. So they're very clear about what is included, what isn't included, and how to use it. So if you're on your own or if you're booking with a travel agent, just be sure to discuss with the travel agent exactly what you're looking for. What is your lifestyle? What do you do when you're on vacation? Would this sort of drink package be good for you, or do you need to have one that includes alcohol? And this is Carnival, and this is the Bottomless Bubbles Unlimited Soda program, which it seems like it's pretty good because it's only $8.20 per day per child and $11.21 per adult per day. So that's Bottomless Bubbles. So, I mean, even though they don't include the drinks, there are ways for you to add the drinks that you like and then kind of like stay on a budget, because even though, for example, the Cheers package is $82.54 per person per drink, you could price out how much is bottled water, how much is soda, how much is wine, how much is a cocktail, how much is a whiskey, you know, all that stuff, and you can see how that is going to be value added to your trip. Thank you for the likes. If you guys are new here, give me a follow. That would be great. I'm having my evening coffee. Yes, I drink coffee and then I fall asleep. I don't really get affected by caffeine, but I'm using this, what is it called? Power Food Creamer. It's a surfer Laird Hamilton invented this creamer. I forget. It's made from coconut, but it's coconut sugar and dried coconut milk. Oh, it's really good. It makes it taste good. I do put a little. How do I do that? Drink coffee and go to bed? I think I have ADHD. I honestly don't know, but I do not sleep a lot. So that's why I look tore up. Anyways, so now the other options with Carnival are wine packages. So that's really cool. I haven't seen this on other cruise lines, but again, I'm researching, I'm educating myself, so maybe tonight I will see what other cruise lines might offer this. I know that Norwegian advertises that they have this illustrious wine cellar and they have a lot of high-end wine, so they may, oh, that sounds good. Decaffeinated Irish coffee. Yum. My husband was looking at one of the cocktails that we had gotten when we were on the Norwegian Bliss, and he was asking me, now what was this again? I think it was an Irish coffee. And the other night I was here at home and I found a recipe. Of course, it's not difficult with Google. The other challenge was, do I have the ingredients? So I made myself a Irish coffee. And the thing is, it says 1 part of the Kahlua, 1 part of the coffee, and 1 part of whatever the other alcohol was. So I used a 1/4 cup measure instead of the little jigger. That was a pretty big drink. So Norwegian, I got sidetracked. They talk about their wine cellar and their great wines and stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if they have a wine type package that features wine. So the wine package here, it's called Cruise the Vineyard Wine Package, and it's $95.58. That says starting price. So you can select 3 bottles or 5 bottles. So it seems like this is going to be more of a by the bottle type situation instead of by the glass. And when we cruised on Disney, my mom did opt to purchase a bottle of wine, and then they kept it at the kitchen area, and then they would serve it each evening. They would ask her, did she want to have some of the wine, and then they would serve it. They would serve it for her each evening. Thank you for the follow, you guys. You don't know. The most simplest thing, the likes, the shares, the follows, literally that's all I need. And people listening to me speaking to myself. Sometimes my husband will pass through. He's like, well, who are you talking to? I was, whoever's here. If it's 1 person, if it's 0, if it's 4. And then what I do is I download the live and I add it to my YouTube. So then I can have like double duty with my content creating, because with a 9 to 5 and taking care of a household, you all know how it is. We all have our adult lives and things get busy. So here, the details of the wine package. This is called Cruise the Vineyard Wine Package, and this is on Carnival. It says, please collect your wine package coupons at Cherry on Top redemption at the main bars, specialty dining restaurants, or any of our dining rooms. And again, if you're working with a travel agent, which is free, you would talk to them about what your lifestyle is. Maybe you don't always have wine when you're at home, but you're on vacation. You want to be able to celebrate. You're in a mode where you don't have to be responsible for your kids, or you're really gonna relax and enjoy. Then you can speak with your travel agent and say, hey, you know what? I want to go with the 3 bottle package. I want to go with the 5 bottle package. And we're going to talk about what that means right now. So enjoy great discounts on wine packages when you purchase wines offered through our exclusive Cruise the Vineyards wine program. Wines from around the world are featured in 2 packages to satisfy both the wine novice and the more adventurous wine consumer. Let's see. Sorry, my screen blacks out now and then. I think my little converter, or I have multiple screens. I think it starts to overheat and then it cuts out, but I'm not IT. I try to play one on TV, but okay, let's see. So if we select 3 bottles, because this has got me really curious. Let's see what it says. What I would like, because I like to have wine, but I never know which one to choose. I have heard that people try to pair white wines with lighter colored foods, red wines with darker colored foods, meaning like fish with the white wine, red meat with the red wine. But then I also heard some top wine connoisseurs that say you drink the wine you enjoy with the food you enjoy. So kind of don't force it. If you enjoy white wine, have white wine with your red meat. It doesn't matter. So let's see. 3 bottles. Let's get to the meat of the program and see what it says. It just says your order will be delivered to your dining room table. Huh. my best guess would be that you would have the opportunity to consume up to 3 bottles or up to 5 bottles. Hey guys, everybody's coming in. Yay, Lisa's bringing the crowd. Thank you guys for sharing out the live. Thanks for the follows. Thank you for the likes. That's all I want. The taps, the shares, and the follows. All that is free way for you to support, and that tells TikTok that you are enjoying yourself. Alrighty. So it says, Cruise the Vineyards wine packages allow you to enjoy your favorite wine at a discounted price or to explore new wines from the wide assortment of wines offered in these packages. So my guess is going to be that you could consume up to 3 bottles or up to 5 bottles, depending which package you select, and then that would be during the length of your cruise. So if you're on a shorter cruise, maybe 3 bottles or 5 bottles. Again, speak with your travel agent or whoever you're working with to book your travel and see which is the best fit for you. I mean, this sounds like a pretty decent deal. I know if I go to Bevmo or something, I'm usually lost at what I'm buying, but if I'm looking here at this Cruise the Vineyard 5-bottle wine package, it says $148.68. There is a little asterisk, and I believe that's because they're going to add on, oh no, it says price includes delivery. And then the 3-bottle wine package is $95.58, and that includes delivery. I think they mean delivery to your, well, it says to your table. That's kind of confusing. I'm going to write that down, and because maybe they mean like you're not going to be charged a corkage fee. It does say unconsumed wine will not be refunded, but you may take home unopened bottles. Okay, that's a nice perk. Okay, so that is the Cruise the Vineyard. Yeah, you know, I actually dated somebody that we really got into wine, and my husband told me that when we first got together, he thought I was an alcoholic because I always was having wine, but it really would only be like 1 glass with dinner or something. And there are some really good wines. I love the sweet wines, but now I'm out of the habit, so I get confused about what to order. It can be really tasty. Yes, these are all on cruises, and what I'm talking about tonight are the drink packages. So one thing that people might not know is that only some certain beverages are included when you go on your cruise, unless you purchase a beverage package. So usually basic things like regular coffee, like hot, or not hot, black drip coffee at the breakfast buffet, or sometimes some basic juices like apple juice or orange juice, not fresh squeezed, and hot tea. Typically something that you would see at a breakfast buffet is included. It's not going to be anything fancy. It's just going to be black coffee or certain herbal teas and black teas at the buffet. And I'm speaking from what I've seen when I go to the buffet. And then not bottled water, but if you go to the bar and get a glass of water with ice, that would be included. But if you want something like soda, specialty coffees, bottled water, sparkling water, then that's going to be an upcharge. And so some people will buy a beverage package which will include all of that, and that's typically charged a price per day per person, or you would buy your drinks a la carte. If you aren't really into like bottled water, like I don't like the taste of bottled water, so I'm fine with having the water like from the tap at the bar. You know, when they make the drinks and they have the water in the tap, a glass with ice, that's all filtered water. I'm fine with that. But when we went on our cruise, we did have the drink package. So then we were having cocktails and specialty coffees and such. My air conditioner it's working, but I think it went to the next time zone. You know how you set the thermostat so then it will adjust? Okay, let me adjust my fan because I also have a super high ceiling in my living room, so then the air gets kind of stagnant, so I have a little fan to move the cool air around. Oh, thank you for the ice cream cone. Thank you, thank you. No, it's not a mini split. We have a full forced air, but that's what I need. I need a mini split, but we just spent an ungodly amount on the new air conditioning, so I just use a little cheap fan to move the air around. No, we have central forced air, and that's what I have in the living room is literally just a little tower fan from Costco. But if I keep the air moving around, it is already cooled. It just needs to move around. So that way we're not running the air conditioner and paying a lot. Southern California, especially in my area, SDG&E, so San Diego Gas and Electric, very expensive. Thank you guys for all the gifts. I have my volume up there. I don't know. Sorry, I'm like TikTok live for noobs. Okay, so the next option here is the premium wine package. And that one just has a flat rate. It's saying starting at $146.32, and that's going to be the 3 bottles. And then the 5 bottles is going to be $227.74. And again, that's going to be something you want to talk with your travel agent. What is your, oh, thank you, Lisa. What is your lifestyle? And then how do you drink when you're on vacation versus when you're at home? Is it appropriate for you to get 3 bottles or 5 bottles? How long is your cruise? How short is your cruise? And then also, this is a package. It isn't per person. So if you have 2 people in your party, then you might need 5 bottles. That's a nice little perk. If you just get the wine package, add $227 onto your cruise total, add that on there. That's a nice little perk. And then you have the wine when you get on board. All right, let's see. Oh, my son going off to work. All right, so, and that seems to be it for the drink packages for Carnival, but that's a lot of options actually. So they have the 2 different wine options. They have the Cheers package, the Bottomless Bubbles, which is the soda package. Oh, yeehaw! A Cowboy at the Beach, nothing better, right? Thank you, thank you. And then they have the 2 different options for the wine package. All right, let's see. Let's look at Royal. What does Royal have? Let's see. Oh my gosh, we're up to 7.24. Is that what it says? 7.2 thousand likes. You guys, amazing. We got a full audience of 4 people. That's amazing. So, cruise beverage packages with Royal Caribbean. And again, talk to your travel agent or your cruise planner and get the right drink package for you. It can be a way to save money while you're really enjoying yourself on your cruise. All right, let's see. Beverage packages. Getting a blister. It says here with Royal, 3 options that raise the bar. So they have different naming conventions here. Classic soda package, refreshment package, and then deluxe beverage package. And it says accepted at every onboard restaurant or bar. And then whenever you're ordering, you would just tell the host or hostess, the server, that you have the drink package, and then they scan your card and take account and all that good stuff. So for classic, refreshment, and deluxe, it includes Coca-Cola Freestyle, which is any... Hey, Jackie! Welcome, welcome! Thanks for popping in. I love seeing these big time people. I feel like I'm like mini celebrity when the other big... Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, thank you. When the other people that I watch all the time pop in and say hi, like, you know, you guys are my heroes. So then the next line item here says Coca-Cola souvenir cup included, and that is for the classic, the refreshment, and the deluxe. Fountain sodas and refills, again, classic, refreshment, and deluxe. And then the classic is subcategory soda package. The next is called refreshment package, and then deluxe beverage package. So then that would be, oh, it's noisy where you're at, Jackie? You're still on the cruise, right? Well, you can just watch and then send emoji hand waving. Okay, what's going on here? Why is this not scrolling down? Is that as far down as it goes? So the next thing we see is premium coffees and teas, and this is where it kind of drops off. It says it's included in refreshment package and deluxe beverage package. Let me see. Something funky's going on here. Do you ever have that when you're trying to scroll? Why is it not? Maybe I need to shrink my view here. Yeah, that's weird. Maybe this is literally no alcohol part right now. I think that's what it is. What is deluxe? Okay, let me make sure if I missed any questions here. Let me scroll back. Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you guys for popping in. I appreciate it. And then I will download this and add it to my, Okay, thank you, Jackie. Have a great evening. So premium coffee and teas and fresh squeezed juices are included in refreshment package and deluxe beverage package. So let's go back and see what other drink packages there are. There's got to be more. Yeah, well, I don't understand why it says, I guess it just wants you to look at deluxe beverage package. I'm going to click specifically on that. Oh, now it's scrolling. Now it's scrolling down. I don't know what happened. Okay, so back up here, refreshment package also includes bottled still and sparkling water, non-alcoholic cocktails, and those can be really fun. Good night, Jackie. Those can be really fun. Non-alcoholic cocktails. Milkshakes at Johnny Rockets are included. And then the next level is the deluxe beverage package. So everything we listed plus cocktails, spirits, liquors, and beer, and wines by the glass. And then it specifically says all beverage packages exclude any beverages served inside licensed Starbucks and deserted milkshakes stores. Now, my understanding is that there are some Starbucks that are included, and you could be on one ship where one Starbucks is included and one is not, and it must be the specific designation of the licensed Starbucks. So you want to make sure you get that straight. And this is on Royal. So those are the 3 options there. Classic, which is soda. Refreshment, which is soda and non-alcoholic cocktails, milkshakes at Johnny Rockets, and fresh squeezed juice, bottled still and sparkling water, and what is this one? Premium coffees and teas. So that's pretty good. You can start to see how the drink package would be like value added, because they do include a lot of different options. And then you can also work with your travel agent and say, okay, well, I know I have the deluxe beverage package, but really how many bars are on the ship? I don't know, 15, 20, 25, 30. There's a lot of bars. Doesn't mean they're giant, like freestanding places like you would have out in like your community and stuff, but there's plenty of places to get a drink. All right, let's see if we can look at the price. It says purchase the package. So let's see what, if they are going to give us any prices, or do they need me to sign in? Yeah, it looks like you would need a reservation to look at the specific pricing. And I don't know if the pricing is different if you're on a longer cruise, then it might be cheaper per day. Not by a lot, but I don't know if it might work out like that. Okay, so that's Royal. Virgin, we already talked about that with the bar tab, so it's like pre-purchasing your drinks. Yeah, I think it is. I think when I was looking at some, sorry, I'm trying to see what your Minnesota girl, Connie, I recognize your name, yay. I think when I was looking at some pricing for myself, I did notice that the longer the cruise, the cheaper it is by day. And again, not by a lot, but it adds up over the length of the cruise. All right, let's look at Holland. And I'm thinking that some of these lines, as we get to the more like mellow cruises, they're not going to have as wide of a variety of options for the drink packages. It's going to get to where it's like the fancy tea option, you know. I'm just making fun. I don't think it really works that way. Oh, now see, this one straight up just tells you exactly the price. This is on Holland. Drink packages for adults 21 and up. And that seems like it's across the board, that at all the cruise lines that I've looked at, or just researching and hearing and seeing different people's posts, it's 21 and up, even though I think different countries do have different ages. It could be because I'm looking at it from a US website, but I mean US location, but it is 21 and up. So here we're looking at the Have It All package, the Elite Beverage package, and the Signature Beverage package. And again, you can look at what is your style at home, what is your style on vacation. Do you want all premium? Do you want to just be able to order whatever and not worry about it? Or are you more of like, hey, I'll just have a beer, I'll have some bottled water. So then again, work with your travel agent and talk with them about that. So when they're booking for you, they can review and make suggestions on which drink package fits. So this one I'm looking at $60 per day per person, Have It All package. Signature Beverage package combined with our other high value extras. Okay, let's take a look at this. So this, while it loads, is saying log in. Okay, let me go back because it did give like a little teaser, and you'll see why it's 80 something dollars a day. Sorry, $60 per person per day. It says combined with other high value extras, shore excursions, specialty dining, and Wi-Fi. So does that mean, I mean, that sounds kind of cheap. It sounds like on the surface it's included, but maybe that just means if you opt for shore excursions and Wi-Fi and specialty dining, then you will have it all. Hey, Prince Jim, welcome, welcome. Oh, yay, first time. Well, welcome, I'm glad you're here. The next option here is the Elite Beverage Package, and that says $55.95 per person per day. Now, when you're working with your travel agent, you will see, and every time you're researching anything anywhere, you're going to see that little asterisk, and that's how they get you, like with the details. So you always want to make sure, check in with your travel planner, travel agent, and say like, hey, I did see this online, but what does this mean? What are the limitations? What are what am I trying to say? What are the details? What's the fine print? So it's asking me to log in to get the details on that. I'm pretty sure that the drink package that I'm looking at, that pricing is not going to include excursions and Wi-Fi. That's going to be priced separately, and they're just calling it Have It All as like a promo to entice you to have it all and get all the options, the excursions, the Wi-Fi, the specialty dining. I mean, that is one way to really elevate your vacation. All right, so let's see. The Elite Beverage says a stunning array of premium spirits, cocktails, and wines, US $15 and under, including all the benefits of Signature and Quench. 15 drink daily limit, unlimited non-alcoholic beverages. So you could have your alcoholic drinks counted up to 15 and then unlimited of the non-alcoholic. Oh, thank you for the follow. You're so sweet. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Yay. Thank you, guys. If you're new here, give me a follow. I love that. Love that. Yes, Holland America. That's what we're looking at right now. And because I can't log, I don't have a reservation to log in to look specifically at the details. Just know that even though when we're looking at this page and it says Have It All package, and it might sound like $60 per person per day is including the drinks, the shore excursion, specialty dining, and Wi-Fi, that is not the case. I am almost 100% sure. That's just telling you how you can have it all, how you can really elevate your vacation. You can add shore excursions, you can add specialty dining, you can add the Wi-Fi and your drink package, and you really will have it all. I will say that every time I'm doing the specialty dining on a cruise, it is plenty of food. So Lisa has experience with the unlimited specialty dining and had a great experience with that. I think that would be amazing. That would be really fun. I know I would be way too full unless I maybe go run on the treadmill, but I would take a chance. I would take a chance and participate in that all-inclusive. Oh, we got a puzzle piece here. Let me do that. Okay, success. I thought my phone was dying and I didn't understand. It is plugged in, but it's still kind of like draining. All right, Elite Beverage Package, we talked about that. Signature Beverage Package, enjoy beers, spirits, cocktails, and wines by the glass, priced at US $11 and under, plus everything from our Quench Package. 15 drink daily limit for alcoholic and non-alcoholic. Yes, exactly, Lisa. Slap it in a Ziploc. I love it. We carry Ziplocs with us as well. All right, so those are the three main beverage packages, and the signature one is showing $50.95 per person per day, And each of those 3 options includes alcohol. Now we're going to go down to the non-alcoholic drink packages. One is called Quench, and it starts at $17.95 per person per day. It is saying refresh with Coca-Cola products, premium coffee such as espresso and cappuccino, juices, mocktails, and bottled water, sparkling and still. And then you're having a 15 drink daily limit. So that's alcoholic or non-alcoholic, 15 drink daily limit. But if you take $17.95 per person per day and divide it by 15, that's a huge savings. Then the next option is just called Coca-Cola. Starts at $8 per person per day. Let it flow. Unlimited fountain sodas for US, $8 per guest per day. Coca-Cola Freestyle program on Pinnacle class ships. So that is limited to the Pinnacle class ships, and it does not say a drink limit. So get that Coca-Cola free flowing all day long. All right, so that seems like some really nice options. I'm going to write that down. 5 options on Holland. Bar tab with Virgin had multiple different options. So that one's basically prepay for your alcoholic drinks. Yeah, Lisa, this is crazy. So I thought, let me just go over a few of the drink packages, because I started to talk about the drink packages and then I realized, wait a minute, I think there are some cruise lines that don't even offer like the basic 10K. Oh my gosh, awesome. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the gifts. Never expected, always appreciated. Follows, shares, all that stuff. I appreciate it. So I decided I better start to study. And then I said, well, I'm going to be studying. Let me go live. I'll just kind of read it out loud while I'm sharing with you guys. And honestly, that will help me retain it more while I'm sharing it with you. And then I'm going to add it to my YouTube channel. I have everything links in my bio. So if you guys want to follow there as well, run it in the background while you're working. One thing I will say, if you go there and subscribe, which is free, that's how you follow on YouTube. Watch at least one piece of content, because YouTube thinks you're a bot if you just go follow and you don't watch anything. I have shorts there, maybe a minute. And then if you do that, then it's like, oh, okay, it's a real person. But I wanted to study about the drink packages because I didn't want to tell people, oh yeah, this is included or that's included. I know typically no soda is included, but sometimes the coffee, plain black coffee, the plain tea, but it includes herbal, and then you can also get honey and sweeteners at the breakfast buffet. And I believe it might be at the bars as well. I always just got mine at the breakfast buffet because I didn't want to wait in line. And then what else was, oh, basic juice. On Norwegian they had apple juice, orange juice. I think sometimes they had pog, pineapple, what is it, pineapple, orange, guava, something like that. But those juices are sometimes a little bit watered down. They didn't really taste like American juice. So I didn't want to tell people, oh yeah, this is included, that's included. Then, you know, I don't know. As a travel agent, if I don't know, how am I going to help my customers? So it's nice to see how many different options there are for each different lifestyle. Like, I do not really drink soda, but I drink coffee like crazy. I literally think I am an addict at that, because anybody says coffee and I feel like I have to have coffee. Let's see. Oh, you're the king of Holland America? That's good to know. That's good to know. Nice. I am always open to learning and being corrected. Private message, DM, blast me on here. We're here to help each other and learn. So, okay, the next one we want to look at, I've written down a few here. So I went over Celebrity, Carnival, Royal, Virgin, Holland. Let's look at MSC. Now, I do know Disney includes all the soft drinks and the basic coffee and tea and stuff like that. If you want specialty coffees or alcoholic beverages, then those are all a la carte. You have to buy those separately. They do not have a drink package. Honestly, I think it's a good idea to not have that on a heavily family-friendly ship because, I don't know, some parents don't really know how to not be intoxicated when they're supposed to be watching their children. And I'm not talking a cocktail now and then. Okay, let's see. Drink packages. I used to go to this annual swim party at a friend of mine's house. Where their house was located was up on a hill, so then they would have this swim party around 4th of July, or on 4th of July, so you could stay and have the swim party and barbecue, and everybody bring a dish and potluck, and it was a lot of fun. And then we could see over the city and see the fireworks. Well, the first couple times that I came, yeah, exactly. Too many people would be goofy. Exactly. The first couple times I went to the party, and it typically was the same people. So you see the parents and you see the kids, and the kids are growing up. And so, you know, my kids were the same age as the hostess's daughter, and my kids knew how to swim, but I always was watching my kids because you just never know when something can happen. And I wasn't drinking because I was watching my kids, and I'm like uber paranoid and like I have to be like available. Well, there was one family, their kid definitely did not know how to swim and was overconfident even though he didn't know how to swim. And he was going in the deep end with floaties on his arms even when he was like 6 or 8. I live in an area where everybody goes swimming, and they offer free swimming lessons, and they take them to swimming lessons in the school and all that. So I get like really like nervous with kids around water because most of them are at least water safe. This kid didn't even know his limit. He just going in the deep end, bobbing under the water. And I had to tell his parents a few times, hey, your kid, you need to get your kid. I couldn't handle it. That I stopped going because I didn't want to like either be responsible for him or see somebody have a tragedy. All right, let's check out MSC drink packages. Well, here's a good question. Are beverage packages available on all sailings fleet-wide? All sailings, excluding ships sailing in South Africa and China. Interesting. I would not have known that. Yes, exactly. Mickey may be fun, but they don't need a mouse around. Exactly. Exactly. Love it. In compliance with Saudi Arabian law, while a ship is docked at Saudi Arabian ports during a sailing, alcohol will not be served on board. Alcohol will be available when the ship returns to international waters. So that's similar. Well, not similar. Some people might not realize that you can buy a beverage package, but if you are leaving from Galveston, only Texas-based products will be offered until you are in international waters. So sometimes people will say, well, I can't use my drink package on the first day. You can, but there's some limitations. Again, talk to your travel planner, talk to your travel agent. Just know what the rules are so that you're not surprised. Are gratuities, again, this is MSC, are gratuities included in the beverage package cost? Yes. All MSC cruises, prepaid, and onboard beverage packages include gratuities. Now, if you're loving what your bartender is doing, give them a little extra. Tipping is very personal, and each customer needs to determine what is appropriate for them. and what gratuities they want to do. So just know that it is included in the beverage cost. And again, it's just being in the know. And then if you want to give more, you can give more. In a Canadian port, only one bar per deck can be open. Well, we know those crazy Canadians. I'm just joking. I'm French Canadian, and my ancestors are from Nova Scotia, so, and France and Italy, not Italy, Ireland, Scotland. I do all the genealogy stuff too. Okay, let's get to the what is this? What is happening to the Easy and Easy Plus packages? Well, I don't even know what they are, so it's not a thing anymore. Will not be sold as of December 18, 2024. So one thing I thought was funny when I was doing all my training, the training, some of it doesn't change. It's pretty static. But some of the training would say this information is determined to be accurate and current as of 2019. What the whole universe changed in 2020. So I don't know how you can say it's current as of. Okay, let's see, where is the drink package? I'm at the FAQs. So let's see if we can find our drink packages. It's encouraging you. Why choose MSC drink packages? By booking your package online before your cruise, you enjoy a host of benefits. Limited time offer up to 30% versus pre-cruise prices. I don't know exactly what that says or what that means. Oh, 30% off. For a limited time, enjoy 30% off drink packages compared to the pre-cruise prices. Valid for selected cruises through December 2025. Don't miss out. So if you want to add that on, all right, let's close that. Let's see. Exclusive online discounts, hassle-free experience. So again, talk to your travel planner. Oh my gosh, really, Jim? That's funny. I mean, I guess if it works, why change it? Okay, so here we have premium extra package. It says see details, so let's see what it says for the details. Come on. Are you loading or what are you doing? It says see details. I click it, it does nothing. Is there a pop-up that I can't see? No. It's interesting. All right, well, let's just go through because it's not popping up the different options. Okay, so premium extra package is one, alcohol-free package is another, and then minors package. So I'm going to guess and think that the minors package is only going to include things like water and soda, although it does look like they're showing mocktails. The other is alcohol-free package, but it's also showing mocktails. I don't know why it is not popping up the... It says see details, but then it's not opening. Let me try another screen. View prices, deals. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's go back. I don't know what was happening, but Premium Extra package. Whether it's relaxing by the pool, enjoying a meal at one of our specialty restaurants, or anything in between, pair your favorite MSC cruise experience with the perfect beverage. All beverages listed below with a value up to $16 US are included. Premium brand spirits, liquors, and cordials, wine and champagne by the glass, high-end cocktails, draft and bottled beers, specialty coffee, tea, hot chocolate, fruit juice and smoothies, soft drinks, still and sparkling water, all non-alcoholic beverages, including beers and cocktails. It does not show a price. That's going to be, if you're adding it to your cruise, you're going to want to talk to your travel agent and check what the pricing is on that at the time that you are ready to purchase it. The next is the alcohol-free package. The details say, enjoy unlimited non-alcoholic beverages throughout the duration of your cruise. All beverages listed below are included. Let me share this out a little bit. See if we can get some more friends in here. One moment. All right. All the beverages listed below are included. Signature non-alcoholic cocktails and beers, soft drinks, energy drinks, coffee, tea, and other hot beverages, still and sparkling water. Beverage gratuities are included. It can be used at select bars and dining venues on board and at Ocean Cay MSC Marine Reserve. So again, this is something you want to be sure to know the details. Talk to your travel planner about that, because you don't want to not know that it's can be used at select bars and dining establishments, and then you show up at any bar and then they're like, oh no, we don't do that here. Premium, I'm going back to the Premium Extra, includes a 25% discount on bottled wine and champagne purchased on board. Beverage gratuities are included. Premium Extra package can be used for a maximum of 15 drinks. That seems to be a standard. I think only a couple that we looked at did not have a limit per day. Good night, Lisa. Have a great evening. I'm going to be heading out soon too. We're going to finish up with MSC, and then I'll probably call it a night. Thank you for all the support. I appreciate you guys. So 15 alcoholic beverage limit will impact sailings beginning April 1st. So that seems to be something that, April 1st, 2025. It's already been started since we're in July. Premium Extra package can be used at all bars and dining venues on board and at Ocean Cay MSC Marine Reserve. Not applicable at signature venues Venchi 1875, Jean-Philippe Maury, or the MSC Virtuosa Starship Club. And of course, it has a little disclaimer, subject to change. And then the other package is called the Minors Package, and that is for guests 20 and younger. All beverages listed below are included. Non-alcoholic beverages, including beers and mocktails. Interesting. Non-alcoholic beer, I get, but I thought that even with non-alcoholic beer, there's sometimes some alcohol. Can you imagine? 20 and younger, your little 5-year-old, can I have a beer? Yeah, sure. Here, it's non-alcoholic beer. Okay, so also fruit juices, soft drinks, bottled water, soft serve ice cream, still and sparkling water. So that's interesting. I wonder if MSC doesn't have, I'm going to write that down. I'm writing ice cream and a question mark. If any of you have sailed on MSC, do they usually charge extra for ice cream? Maybe I'm naive, but Disney, you could do soft serve all day long. Usually they had 3 different flavors going. I mean, as much as you pay, they should be serving you the ice cream at your seat. And then it also has in the Miners package a limited time enjoy 30% off drink packages compared to pre-cruise prices. Valid for selected cruises through December 31st, 2025. Don't miss out and secure your package today with great savings. So it does build in savings on your cruise because you are prepaying for your drinks. And it doesn't give a price here, but one of the others that we looked at for the option that was non-alcoholic, basically like soft drinks and stuff like that, it was only $8 a day. So that is pretty cheap. All right, so it says this Miners package can be used at select bars and dining venues. So you want to make sure you know what those locations are. So this has been just a quick high-level run through on drink packages. And when you're preparing for your cruise and booking your travel, you want to be sure that you know what is included. So on this live, we were talking about specifically cruises and beverage packages. But another thing that is good when you are booking hotels or even all-inclusives, you want to know what comes with that price. What are your value-added options? When we travel and we stay over, I like to look at if there is a breakfast included, whether we participate in that or not. Is it a buffet style breakfast? Is it a sit down breakfast? Is it kind of a high end buffet? I remember, it wasn't included, but there was a really nice buffet at I believe it's the Sheraton by Universal Studios Hollywood. And they had really, really nice options. It was expensive. I think it was at that time, and this was before COVID, it was at least $25 per adult and then maybe like $20 for kids, which that's a lot for kids. But it would include yogurt, cereal, lox, cream cheese, bagels, all kind of pastries, different type of breakfast meats, eggs. It was like the whole shebang, when usually we're at the Best Western and I'm going to the little breakfast room and getting my coffee and adding too much cream and sugar. But you want to look at what you're booking, what's included, why is the price different, comparing your apples to apples, oranges to oranges, so that you can make sure that you're looking at what is your best value, or why is this one more expensive. It has luxury linens, or it has a bigger square footage in the hotel room, so maybe it doesn't include a breakfast, but it has other amenities that are included. Excuse me. But we're going to wrap it up for tonight. This has been a rundown of becoming acquainted with drink packages. What is included in your cruise fare and what is an additional charge. And then also knowing to work with your cruise planner, your travel agent, to add on the different amenities that will elevate your vacation experience. If you aren't a premium beverage drinker, you might not want to add the premium beverages. Maybe the mid-grade is more your style, or maybe when you're on vacation, it's a special occasion, you want to elevate your experience, so you do want to get the premium package. So just working with your travel planner, knowing what's available, what are the different price points, and which will be fitting to your vacation style the best. All right, thank you guys for watching, and I will download this and load it to my YouTube probably within the next day or two. This goes on unedited, and we did not have a lot of questions today, but when there are a lot of questions, I'll try to read the questions out loud and then tell the answer, obviously out loud so you guys can hear. And then that way when it's on a replay on YouTube, you get the question and answer session more of a replay. All right, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate all the new followers, all the likes, all the gifts, and tapping the screen, all that good stuff, and sharing out the live. Thanks so much, you guys, and hopefully I'll be seeing you again real soon. Thanks so much. Good night.